MaxTimber. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and deciding to watch me. Today we are back with more Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix live action edition, just so we are clear. I am hyped. I really liked episode 1, so I'm very excited to see what episode 2 has to bring for us. Now, if you are or not aware, we covered the first 3 episodes of the cartoon in episode 1. So logically, we will probably go to the Warriors of Kyoshi, which is my guess because the episode's called Warriors. So I'm hyped. Keep in mind, guys, if you want to see my full uncut reaction to the live action show, you can do that by going over to my Patreon page. Link down in the description below to support the channel over there and see the full thing. But without further ado, let's get started.
I'm sure it'll turn up. You probably just misplaced it. And keep in mind,
What's wrong?
The notebook didn't find the avatar. You did.
Ooh.
He ran! The ultimate warrior!
That's so funny.
He's a coward!
I don't know about that. How many places can there be for an avatar to hide?
Ooh. I like that.
According to this, Avatar Kyoshi was the fiercest of warriors and the master of what they call the Avatar state. Maybe something in her shrine will help me control my power before...
You kill someone?
Before it happens again.
Oof. Okay, Sokka.
It's time to go home.
What?
We did our part. We saved him from the firebenders.
Oh.
Now it's time to go home. My duty, our duty, is to protect the village like Dad told us to.
Oh,
They can protect
weird.
themselves. Besides, what good is saving Waffogd if we don't save the world?
You want to protect him, the guy who nearly blew us off the top of this mountain.
Aww.
It's about more than just helping Aang. Ever since he came into our lives, things have changed for me. Before I met him, I couldn't bend enough water to fill a thimble. And now look what I can do. And that's after a single day.
Cute.
Look where we are now. I don't know about you, but I can't go back.
Huh. Oh, we are still gonna get Momo here. I was kind of wondering if we were just skipping Momo here and find him somewhere else. But no, he's still here. Okay. Oh, Momo is so cute!
What is that?
A winged lemur!
What's this?
Oh. We just have the scroll?
My dear Katara, this scroll has been passed down among the waterbenders of our tribe for generations. It contains everything you need to know
this
to
all makes
begin
more
your
sense
bending
now.
education. You have no idea how hard it's been to keep this from you. It was just too dangerous for you to have.
Aww.
But now that you've gone out into the world, you should take what belongs to you. You are a waterbender.
I like
That is
this.
who you have always been.
Okay, I like
and
this all so much
always
more
will be.
now. Scratch what I
Never
said in
forget
episode
that.
1. I like this.
See?
Justice for Gran! Woo!
We'll go to Kyoshi Island and see how it goes.
All right, and this is the problem with, you know, watching a show and having knowledge. I stand corrected and I understand now the whys of how things happen in the first episode. Number 1 being I understand more why Gran was not there to tell the kiddos to stay with Aang and to go with Aang, because that is the point of contention, that nobody told them to go with Aang, so that technically Katara and Sokka could go back home. This makes more sense now, and it seems we are going to be pushing that like found family trope a bit harder, which is not a good nor bad thing in my mind. But I almost wish we had put this section at the end of the first episode. I get it was already so long. But for people who have watched the show, like for me, like I got really mad because I was like, we didn't have the moment with Gran. So I feel like there is nothing to tie down Katara and Sokka to Aang. And that's the point. That is what they are pushing. That is why we are having what we're having here. So it makes more sense now. I'm glad to have this. I don't dislike the changes because it gives our characters more so their own reason for being with Aang versus just kind of being forced and being like, it's our destiny. We have to. Grand said this was our destiny. He came to us, so this is what we have to do. I like that they're going to learn their reasons for being here and want to like actually save the world versus some grand destiny design. I don't dislike it. Along with that, I actually enjoy the change up of the water bending scroll being something Gran has had and gave to Katara. Granted, I like the pirates having it and Katara stealing it because it's this very like, and you can go back and forth, that's very out of place for Katara to steal it, but at the same time it's also out of desperation and she wants it, and in her mind she's like, I'm not stealing it, I'm taking something back that belonged to us after these pirates scavenged dead waterbender, you know, villages to get the scroll. So in her mind she's just taking it back. But I don't dislike that Gran gives it to them. I like it because it shows Gran's support of all of this and that there is an adult backing us and that she doesn't, you know, want to dissuade Katara from learning. So I don't hate that change. It's different, of course, but I don't dislike it. I think it kind of makes more logical sense and eliminates the weird pirate stuff. And like the pirates coming back later, like it just eliminates the whole unnecessary pirates while still having them get this scroll and learn and practice. So I like this.
There's something I have to do first.
Oh, to go into the room. Oh no. To build a grave. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck yeah, of course. Oh shit.
And I wasn't there for you.
Oh!
Goodbye, Gyatso. I'm sorry.
That's so sad! Bro, what? We built him a little grave! We buried him! Oh, that's so sad! Bro, I can't keep crying every episode. Come on. I thought we were gonna go into the... I do kind of miss actually the scene, seeing all the Avatar statues. I'm a little sad we're not getting that. Kind of get it's a little unnecessary because we saw the light in the sky, but I could take it or leave it.
He looks like a Momo, doesn't he?
Aww.
Just like how you look like a Sokka.
Can't argue with that.
That's funny. I like that.
Bet you taste like chicken.
Oh my god. Momo's so cute!
Zuko, you must try this. It's got... what's it got?
Quail pull egg.
Quail pole egg. Very good for...
Vitality.
vitality.
Oh my god, I love this
What are we doing here, Uncle?
We're getting gossip.
I got some hot gossip.
One thing you must learn is how to get what you want without divulging your true intentions.
Ooh.
You must use your tact, your empathy. But most importantly, you need to have sticky rice.
Oh, I love this.
Uncle.
I am loving what we are seeing from Zuko and Iroh. Again, their actors are doing a phenomenal job. I really like the fact that we are seeing Iroh a little bit more loosey-goosey in this scene and having this like, oh, like what is this? Like, oh, yes, good. Like that goopy Iroh-ness. And then be like, this is good for, like, help me get my, like, idiot, like, nephew to, like, eat this, please. I need your help. And he's just like, vitality? And he's like, oh, see, look, good for vitality. You should eat it. Like, there's totally a reason why we need to buy this food. So very cute, very funny, while still showing that Iroh is intimidating and that even though he is maybe a little more aloof and goofy, he is still thinking. And he's like, we're here so we can obtain information. If anyone has heard anything, we will hear it in this hub first, which very important for war. Like, obviously, like getting information, finding out things without letting on is very smart. So really cool. Just shows Iroh's character off super well.
Check this out.
Sokka,
Oh.
should you just go in there?
Oh. Oh my god, look at the girls! They look so good!
Watch out!
Hey!
Oh!
You
This
are
is-
trespassing on sacred ground.
She's beautiful.
You're
Is that
making a
her?
mistake.
That's her.
He's the Avatar. Ridiculous. There would have been signs if he was the Avatar.
Ooh. Okay! What the hell? That's dramatic.
I think that might be a sign.
That's so funny. It's cool, but that's so funny. Little Kyoshi statue just like immediately like gleaming down was too funny. It's a good scene. It's a good scene, but it's just a little ridiculous. Like, it's like, okay, come on now.
For 100 years, Kyoshi Island has remained safe from the ravages of war by keeping to ourselves. We expect the outside world to do the same.
We're not here to cause any trouble. I don't know what life has been like here. To be honest, I don't know what life has been like anywhere. I've been away for a while. But where I'm from, people help each other.
Oh!
I know I don't belong here. That's something I've been feeling a lot lately.
How are you so adorable? And just so innocent.
I can learn to be the Avatar. Maybe I could bring a place I knew. A world where people were happy.
Bro, I can't keep crying. He like grabs my heart and twists it, and it's just like, oh, sure, little baby, I believe in your dream.
But if he is the Avatar, how can we turn our back on him?
Their makeup is on fleek.
Such
So
a fierce
beautiful.
warrior. And yet such a kind heart.
Mother.
Suki, you're too young
Okay, this is
to know that there are many in this world who would take advantage of that kind heart.
I'm not too young. I just haven't seen the world.
Dang. I like that scene between mom and daughter. That's cool.
I'm reminded that Kyoshi herself often
That
benefited
looks
from the
at so
kindness
much.
of strangers. And as the Avatar, she believed in helping those who could not help themselves. So we will open our village to our guests
Wow.
for 48 hours. I trust that you
Oh.
will respect the limits of our generosity.
Okay. Fair enough. Ah, Suki like looking over at him like, ooh, like girly. It's cute. I like her mom kind of playing in here a bit more, especially for like Kyoshi Island's supposed to be, you know, dedicated to Kyoshi, elite warriors that are women. That's the whole vibe. I did always think it was weird that like in the animated one, we had like a man who was like leading them and like being in charge of the place. It just didn't really fit the vibes of like women are strong. I didn't like that. So here having Suki's mom be our leader, being the one representing the town, feels better to me, honestly. Like definitely having this very like stoic woman fits so good. So great change. Love that.
I get it. I know why you wanted a soccer island. I'd have done the same thing. It's a big responsibility, all these people's lives in your hands. Personally, I take that responsibility very seriously. I'm the guardian of my village too, so.
You.
Yep.
So, how are you protecting your people if you're here?
What? I'm not. I mean, I am. I may not physically be
I
there.
love her.
But
Egg
still,
laughing.
that is, I have to save the world first. Sorry, how does it go again? I'm protecting Aang, so I'm protecting the village? Or...
Look at them laughing at him.
And
it is now my honor to protect this community and to uphold the values of the Avatar. That is why I'm not just a warrior. I'm a Kyoshi warrior.
Ooh. Ooh! I love this. I love it. Those two. Them laughing at him is so funny as hell. I love that. That was cool. The Suki. The Suki Sokka. Oh my god, this whole scene was beautiful. Like having constantly like Aang and Katara in the background just laughing at Sokka. As he's like try-harding to impress Suki is hilarious. And her having the line of like, "You're a warrior?" Like, it's so good. I love this. Like, I can't stop laughing at their interactions and just how much he's trying to like, you know, be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm kind of a leader too. Like him trying to impress her is hilarious. I felt like the chemistry was so good here. And again, just having those two laughing in the background is precious and it makes the whole scene so much funnier. So I really enjoy this. I like that we're already getting to see more of like Suki and Sokka's like interactions more fleshed out here. So I think I'm really gonna like this episode.
Prince Zuko, what an honor to welcome actual royalty to our humble base. What can I do for the crown prince?
As I was saying,
Please.
Excuse my nephew.
Famed dragon of the West.
Ooh.
As my nephew was saying, we are in search of maps and surveillance reports. We're hoping to track schools of jumping shark squids.
Shark squids. If you wouldn't mind giving me until the morning, I'm sure we can track down what you need.
Very kind. Commander
Zhao.
Oh,
Commander Zhao.
This is
at
Zhao.
your service.
Okay, I was wondering. Ooh. I thought he was kind of like picking up on weird vibes. So this makes sense as Zhao. Oh, okay. So this is Zhao. Oh gosh, Zhao scares me, by the way. Like he scares me a lot. So I like his character so far. It's interesting. His actor is maybe not who I would have expected to play Zhao, but I don't have any like grievances. I guess just like Zhao in the cartoon one just has a little bit of like a deeper voice. And so I was a little bit surprised that he kind of has in a little bit of a higher range. But small potatoes, honestly. Like his actor seems really cool, very like, oh yes, of course, like we'll help you. He seems very manipulative, so I like it so far. Damn. Oh, hi.
Someone needs to put a bell on you.
There's food in the village hall.
Okay, that's funny. Oh my god, girl, she was kind of like... Was she looking at him like, you attractive? Or was she looking like, not enough muscle? I'm so obsessed already with Suki. I can't tell, like, what was the vibe she's giving there? And her, like, looking at him like, oh my god, girly. Like, damn. Like, okay. And just, like, nothing. So he's just like, don't look at me. I don't want your judgment, woman. So funny. I'm obsessed with them already. Also, the scroll is interesting too. The whip, the water whip.
Amazing. You're a natural.
Aww.
Well, these are just the easy
God,
parts.
the costume design is so
More than you could do
beautiful.
before, right? You caught on quickly. You're a real waterbender, Katara.
You know, you should be practicing too.
Maybe later.
Huh.
I can't imagine what it's like, knowing you'll have to save the world. But avoiding practice doesn't mean you'll avoid the responsibility.
I know.
That's very interesting that Aang is not learning right now. Because when we kind of get the scroll in the animated version, they're both learning, and that's kind of the point of contention, is that Katara wants to learn from the scroll, but Aang should be the one kind of learning right now, and they're not really taking turns. Katara's hogging it. I am a little sad if that gets cut, because I thought it was an interesting like character plot for Katara to show her like, no, like this is like my heritage. I want to get good at this. Like, I don't want to be weak. Like, this is my culture. I'm like the one with the head start, so I should be better at this. I feel like I'm probably going to eat my words in the next episode because they're probably going to do it in the next episode. But I will be sad if we lose that plot point of the water bending scroll like episode. Because I like that Grandma gives it to us, but I am a little bit sad. Because the reason why it's such a good episode is that Katara steals it because she wants to learn it so badly. So her being so obsessed and crazy over it is so much for her character. And it really helps kind of show her and how she kind of changes over time in the show. So without her being obsessed with the scroll, we lose a little bit of that like pre-warning for her character. So hopefully in the next episodes, they fight over the scroll. It makes sense that Aang maybe is a little resistant to learning right now, but hopefully when he does start to learn, they have that problem. I hope. I'd really be sad if they cut out the like whole waterbending scroll. So I'm crossing my fingers.
It's just Gyatso used to be the one who trained me.
Oh, baby.
Never really trained with anyone else.
It's okay. We'll do this together. We're not going anywhere. Or he could just let me use you for target practice.
Oh, yes, the play! Playing! This is what I wanted! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so glad. We still have some playfulness that is still thrown in here to show the relationships.
Gotta admit, he has a way with people. He knows how to connect.
Aww.
To get through to people like he did last night. That's his real power. Connection. Building bridges. That's how he's gonna be the Avatar.
Cute.
Right. There goes the savior of the world.
Is this what it's like? To have people from the outside here?
We've stayed safe.
If not happy.
Ooh, Suki.
This boy, he may be entertaining, but that doesn't mean he's not dangerous. He's a threat, and the sooner he and his friends are off our island, the better.
I'm loving getting more like just story with Suki and allowing her character to be more fleshed out here, especially because like obviously she comes back later. So I like that we're giving her this time now to learn more about her. It also seems like Mom is supportive of her, which is surprising. I kind of thought Mom would maybe like reprimand some of the things she was talking about. Mom's just kind of like, So interesting. It seems kind of like Mom's also learning and adjusting and seeing a growth in her daughter that she hasn't seen. And I'm interested to see if Mom nurtures it as this episode goes, or if Mom is going to like cut that crap out. So cool, very cool. And I like getting to see, you know, another strong female who is leading these people while also being a mother. Very difficult thing to balance. So it's cool seeing this character.
The Avatar.
Yes, sir.
He thinks he's found the Avatar.
According to his crew, they claim to have discovered him at a small water tribe village. Prince Zuko captured him, but then lost him.
If Zuko's looking to us for information, it means he thinks he's still in the area. Gather any reports of unusual sightings in the last few days. Anything out of the ordinary, no matter how small. And do it fast.
Sir.
Oh my god!
Seriously? Belle, think about it.
It's funny.
Made it myself.
She's so curious about him. I love it.
Yeah, hunting. For tiger whales.
That laugh.
Yeah, that's it. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Tiger whales, ferociously deadly tiger whales. I could run you through the basics if you want.
So cute. Ooh, yes, queen. Yes, queen!
Wow.
Bruh, she just sliced through them all. That's so cool. Like, damn, mama. Like, okay.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Us Southern Water Tribe warriors are known more for our hand-to-hand fighting anyway. Oh, right now?
Oh my god, I love it.
I love.
Aww. Her face, she's like, oh no. Oh, I like this. I really like this. Well, I am sad that we don't get to see Suki just like lay out Sokka like in front of the other girly pops. I do like that we get this scene again, and I like the fact that we get Suki's lingering look here because it says so much that the line that she says in the cartoon comes back where she's like, you know, I might be a warrior, but I'm also a girl. We don't even need that line because that look said it to us. I very much think, especially for any girl, like, you know, kind of seeing a guy walk away, especially when you are younger. Like, I know for myself, like, I struggled a lot, like, trying to balance between, like, trying to be more feminine, but yet being more true to myself, especially for somebody who grew up more as, like, a tomboy, per se. I was kind of just around more, like, male figures in my life. I had more male friends. So balancing that feminine side is difficult. And so when I saw like Suki kind of like look after him like that, like, wait, but like, well, I showed you how strong I am. Like, why is that not, why are you walking away like afraid of me? Like, what did I do? Like, that was that look that she gave him. You should be like praising me. You should like think that's cool. Like, that's so cool. Everyone else has like praised me for that. So why aren't you? So I love this. I love this. I really am so glad that we're actually taking like an entire episode here. Because if anywhere, I'm actually kind of glad that we are spending it here in Kyoshi. So really, really cool. Really showing off Suki's character well here. And showing not only her understanding, but Sokka also understanding that, like, quietly understanding, because he's not verbalizing it, but we can kind of skim over that, like, you know, he's talking about like how he is strong, he's a leader, blah 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 blah, but then gets taken down by a girl and he kind of runs off because he's scared and he feels inferior and weak. And then having Suki's conflicting thing where she's like, but I was strong and I showed you how strong and capable I am. Like, why are you running from me? Like, what did I do? It's cool to see that conflicting here. And I think I prefer this way versus just his blatant sexism. I like that, like, it's this more so coming from a place of confusion between the two of them versus just Sokka getting his ass handed to him and then whimpering away and then everyone laughing at him. I like this because it's a more welcoming experience for them to learn and grow together versus him just straight up embarrassing him. Like, do I love that scene? Yes, I do. But I like the way this was presented better. It's less demasculating for him and more just an eye-opening experience. So they're just so freaking cute together. I can't.
So how am I supposed to figure out how to save the world? How do I stop the Fire Nation from hurting more people?
Yeah.
Did you know she was an orphan? Lived on the streets until she was hired as housegirl for the richest family on the island.
Wow.
She was quiet and kind. No one had a clue she'd become the Avatar.
Yeah. How'd she go from this
That's cool.
to that?
Oh, that's such a sick painting.
Only justice will bring peace.
Can I get that in my house? Because that's cool as hell. I'd love to have a picture of Kyoshi just murdering a man in my home.
But I did have to train. Not to develop my powers, but to keep them under control.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, they're alive. They're alive. I was gonna say, I was like, did you murder people accidentally, Aang? But no, they're fine. They're fine.
What if I never learn how to control my power? How many people will I hurt?
But imagine what'll happen if you don't even try. All the previous avatars are incarnations of your past lives. You are literally not alone. The other avatars are inside you. You want someone to teach you, you just need to figure out how to connect to them. The answers aren't inside here. They're inside you.
Ew.
Chow's boat. It's gone.
Uh-oh.
Chow? He heard something about a flying cow near Kyoshi Island, so he set sail at dawn.
Oh! I like that it's the dude that they talked to that told them. That's fun.
He knows. About the Avatar, somehow he found out. We have to get there before him.
Stop! Stop!
This is so cool. Oh, okay. So he's still gonna come see them practice. Love it, love it, love it.
Stop!
Ah, we're still gonna get this scene. I'm so glad. Can he still get dressed up too? It's probably a little far, huh?
Stop!
Can he come in?
Stop!
Let him in.
Dismiss.
Oh, she's not gonna embarrass him in front of everybody. Lame. Aww. Okay. Actually, I kind of like that. She's not embarrassing him. I'm really glad we still get like the awkward like Sokka like trying to mimic them from like outside training. I think it's really cute. And again, it's this silent way of like showing that he wants to get stronger, but doesn't want to embarrass himself by asking. And it's her registering that and being like, oh, come in, I'll show you. So I like it. And again, I really enjoy how this show is not always using words to get through a scene. I think it's doing a phenomenal job of having these silent understanding moments. And that doesn't always happen in live action. A lot of the time, they try to always use words to get things conveyed. And I feel like the show is doing a good job of having scenes where we don't need words. So, love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ow. That's cool. I like that. Pay attention. This is cute. Ah, and her kind of wandering over. I like it.
Avatar Kyoshi, help me.
Oh.
Aang?
This is new and different, but cool. Oh, whoa. Okay, we are in spirit. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kyoshi.
It's about time.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how to reach you. I didn't know I could reach you.
There's a lot you don't know.
Kyoshi jump scares. That's surprising. Huh. So I'm trying to like piece this together here. We are having Kyoshi. Are we not gonna get Roku at all? Because obviously Kyoshi's just a bit more abrasive, but I feel like having Roku is just beneficial, especially because of the fact that we have like a firebender aiding the Avatar, even though the Fire Nation is supposed to be the enemy. So I feel like without Roku, we kind of lose the fact that we can trust any fire. Like, I feel like we're more so forced to not trust any firebender. So I do find this weird, but as a Kyoshi lover, I think she's cool. I haven't like read her stuff, obviously, but I love her. Everything I know about her just makes me adore her. She's kind of got like that Korra badass vibe. So I like Kyoshi, but I am just a little bit confused why we are focusing so hard on Kyoshi. And I'm also curious, are we going to be skipping the two-parter in the spirit world? Like, are we not getting that? And this is our replacement? Because I feel like we're really pushing it. Granted, I understand that we probably can't as easily do the Roku, like going to the Fire Nation, going to like the Avatar Temple there and communing. So is this our substitute to commune with a former Avatar? Is doing Kyoshi? That's my only thought for why we are not doing Roku. But I don't know. Super duper interesting. Don't hate it. Just kind of curious design choice. I think that's why. It's just because we can reach Kyoshi. But
3 years. 3 years. There were times I thought I'd never find the Avatar.
Look at the vulnerability on his face.
But it's almost worse now that I know he's close. Because now the chance to go home is real.
Ooh.
Sometimes hope can be a cruel thing.
Sir, we're approaching Kyoshi Island.
Okay.
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Aww.
You need to turn your opponent's power against them.
Sokka? Your bottom bitch is showing.
You know, as your village's protector.
Oh, she's taking her makeup off.
Right.
Aww.
I think you're a real warrior.
Aww.
You're not even a bender and you're the fiercest fighter I've ever met.
Aww.
Not being a bender means we have to be even better than benders. What matters is not the power inside. It's the will and desire. The heart.
Oh! Oh no, Mom! I swear to God, if Mom ruins this, I'm gonna be upset!
I envy you. I've always wondered what the world outside was like.
Oh, but she's
I never had
smiling.
the courage to leave.
Maybe Mom's not mad.
I've always wondered what I'd find. Now I know.
Mom. Ah! Oh, Mom didn't intervene.
bell.
Wow.
You hear it too?
We have to go.
Why? What's happening?
Sokka,
It's the town
you
alarm.
hear it too?
Someone's coming.
That's so funny. Oh, I love that we get to see her without her makeup on. That's so pretty. And it's also just this beautiful show of vulnerability in her as well. Again, doing things without words. They are doing such a good job of showing it. And again, if you're just watching, you may not pick up on things. But in this scene, I think it's so beautiful and gorgeous that she takes her makeup off and kind of lets down this guard. It's, again, without words showing, but I'm also a girl. And I love that. She takes off the warrior makeup, showing her true self to Sokka, this vulnerability in front of him, and letting herself, you know, feel these feelings. I think they are doing such a good job with this episode, and I'm so glad that it's getting so much time to breathe here and just to slow it down and spend these moments and allowing time for Sokka to still grow. That was my concern, that if Sokka was not going to be, you know, quickly growing with his sexism, like, what is Sokka's growth? And I think we are starting to see it here, that she's showing him that he can still be strong, even though he is not a bender. And I think it's very lovely. The scene is just so well done. All their scenes together have been so well done and just so beautiful. And like getting to hear more of like Suki's side of things and her own vulnerabilities and letting her confess it to somebody else, because as we can see, she's very prideful. She's a very strong warrior here. And I don't think that she can say some of these things to her mother because she's, you know, supposed to be this leader of sorts. So I think it's very beautiful. And of course, Mom is getting to hear it as well here. And we are seeing on Mom's face that she's not like upset at her daughter. Like she's kind of like smiling even at her through the little like part of the door, that we can assume that Mom's actually really proud of her and like that her daughter is growing and then has these feelings as well. It's all beautiful. And I so far have think that episode 2 is a shining example of the changes they have made and expanding it out. So, ooh, I'm so excited to keep watching. Aww.
Aang, you need to come back now. Where are you?
The Avatar state is a combination of all your past lives focusing their energy through you. The Avatar state gives you the strength of 1,000 benders, but it can also be the ultimate weapon.
Are we not gonna have Roku at all?
We're too late. There's no way around Jasmine.
In Pai Sho, the first move is not always the best.
Fun.
Knowledge of your opponent, knowing where he might go, is more important than speed. And so, where there is one Avatar, there may be another.
That's cool. Iroh coming in clutch here with the advice, like, you know, the first attack in Pai Sho, like, may not be the best one. Like, there may be somewhere else to go first. Like, ooh, yes, Iroh. I love it. So good.
Such a lovely island.
And we welcome you to it, Commander. Though we wish we'd had some advance notice. We are quite unprepared for guests.
There's been no need for the Fire Nation to get involved in your affairs. I'd hate to see all that change because of an outsider.
Commander, the way I see it, you and your men are the only outsiders here.
An unfortunate perspective. You won't mind if we take a look ourselves.
I expected as much.
Okay. Ooh, I love Mom's character. Oh my god! She just threw that man! Oh my goodness! That was intense! Like, she yeeted him. Oh boy. And then Zuko's here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is different, but I like this. It's interesting. Because now Katara's gonna have her fight with Zuko.
What if I hurt someone along the way?
And how many have already been hurt because you haven't been here?
Ooh.
Run away from your responsibilities again, and even more will be hurt. Being the Avatar means putting your duties above all else, even your life.
We need a more motherly charm, please. Where's Roku? He was much nicer.
Tragedy awaits the North, and unless you do something about it, another race of benders will be wiped out just as the Air Nomads were. You asked me what it means to be the Avatar. It means being a warrior. Mighty. Merciless.
Kyoshi, I know you're a badass queen, but he's just a child. He's a child. Could you just simmer down a little bit? Like, Roku was much kinder in the cartoon, okay? Like, he was much more understanding, much more like kind grandpa, where you are like scary mother sister vibes going on. Like, you cannot do this. And it's like, okay, he is like 12, 13 years old. Can you simmer just a little bit, Kyoshi, okay? Like, he's a child. Like, I'm defending Aang. Oh, Momo! Oh my god, she is badass. Oh my gosh, I love Mom. Mom's a great addition here. Instead of like just like the dude in charge, I like having Mom. Oh. Aww. Oh, he's gonna use the fan. I love that.
Both sides will fight harder because the Avatar has returned.
Because Katara.
Hope does not come without a cost.
Oh my god, I'm scared for her.
You. I'm getting through one way or another. What happens to you is your choice.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, Katara has to fight Zuko like on her own? Like, girl just learned Water Whip. I don't, like, I love you, Katara. Do I want to believe in you? Of course, girly pop, want to support you. But, you have to take Zuko on alone with these other guys? Like, I don't know, girl. Like, ooh, and we're not really, like, on the edge of the island. We're, like, in the middle of a forest, which I don't, water bending is a little bit difficult. So, I don't know, sweetheart. I'm just, you're doing great, though. I'm proud of you. Just, could you call for help? Like, just a little shout, a little, help me! Like, something would be great. Like, please? Ugh.
Avoid your duties any longer, and not only will you fail to save the world, you won't even be able to save this island.
This island? From what?
From the danger you've put them in right now.
Uh-oh.
My friends.
Time to wake up. Oh, girl! Ooh, good water whip. Yes, queen. Okay, careful though. You got this, honey. I believe in you. We're in the forest. Be careful where you're throwing. You watched your mother die in front of your eyes in this one? Are you kidding me? Did Katara actually just see her mom die? That's so much worse than her just being taken away. Oh, whoa. Whoa! Kyoshi jump scare again.
Impossible.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, this is cool with Kyoshi. Huh. Oh my god, I cannot with these like Kyoshis coming out of nowhere. Like she just suddenly is here, her statue suddenly starts shining, and she is like constantly jump scaring. And I can't, like she's just here and she just starts fighting, dude. Like Zuko just got his ass handed to him by Kyoshi. Like what the fuck? Granted, yes, I understand that like Roku does come and save Aang a few times, but again, I feel like there's a lot of beauty when it's Roku because it's usually like a firebender is coming to stop other firebenders, and there's some poetic kind of beauty to those scenes, and it kind of, you know, when you see someone of your own kind stopping you, I think it causes, you know, reflection, because it's like, why is Roku protecting Aang? If Roku was around, you know, in that time when the war was starting to happen and such. So it's a little bit weird to me that we're doing Kyoshi, and I mean, not that I'm complaining she's here, it's just like a lot to suddenly see Kyoshi when like we don't get much of her at all in the first book of the cartoon. Oh god! That's so scary! Oh god! Whoa! Oh my god, she is crazy! Oh my god, she's so intimidating! Bro, Kyoshi's like grabbing them with her little water tentacles and she's just pulling them into like the tornado with rocks and just fire and air. It's crazy, dog. Like, oh my god. Like, please, Kyoshi, they might deserve death, but like simmer down, okay? Like, oh my gosh. Like, I thought it was cool when we had like the Unagi in like the cartoon, and like Aang like goes on that and like puts out the fire here on like Kyoshi Island. But now we have Kyoshi, who is just like just grabbing these men and just like making them piss themselves, honestly. Like, okay, she's crazy. I love it, but like, damn, girl. Woo.
Go back.
Yeah.
Back to the ship!
Yeah, you retreat. You retreat now. Girl is wilding out. Wow. Yeah, that's the face Katara needs. So he's kind of in it. She's like, oh my god, it's Kyoshi.
I'm okay. I brought this here.
Which is why you have to go. Now.
Wow.
We can't just leave you.
They want the Avatar, not us.
There's nothing here that we've lost that can't be replaced.
Aww.
And you've given us something far more valuable in return. A reason to believe again. In our village, in ourselves, and in the Avatar.
Aww. Aww. Ow. Okay. I'm really impressed with this episode.
Listen, I wish we had more time.
I know. I do too.
Aww.
Thank you, Sokka,
For what?
for bringing the world to me.
Aww. Oh! It ain't no cheek kiss! Aw, and he gets a fan? That's so cute! Aww. Boy literally got the equivalent of like her phone number basically with that fan. Like, damn. And he got a lip kiss. Lip kiss, not no cheek kiss. Damn. Mom is so fucked up, by the way. Look at her. Aww. And she's just so happy because her daughter like is happy and like fulfilled. She's a good mom. Oh my god, like Sokka got a kiss. He got a full-on smooch. No cheek kiss. Full-on smooch. Like, damn, boy. That does complicate things because I feel like him and Suki kind of have like a little bit of a closer relationship now than in the cartoon. Where like, you know, he just got like a cheek kiss and it was just cute. It was like a cute little moment where she's just like, but I'm also a girl. It's just like this cute little moment. But like they like had a lot more time and we saw a lot more emotionally between Suki and Sokka. So it's going to make the Princess Yue stuff just a little bit more awkward now. Like, just later down the road is going to be a little bit weird. Cause like not only did Sokka get like a full-on lip smooch, but he also got one of her fans. That's if I had to describe this, okay? Like back in the day, that is equivalent to like you got a girl's number. Like you got her fan. Like that's a lot from her. Like that's a calling card basically. So like congrats to him, but like now I'm gonna be a little bit peeved when he starts flirting with Princess Yue, because I'm gonna be like, excuse you? Like, you have her fan. You have something to remember her. Like, she, like, gave it to you as, like, a little token. Like, Sokka, you dirty dog.
Zuko clearly isn't going to give up. And he's dangerous. Hey! Nifty trick you pulled back there, channeling Scary Lady. Does this mean we'll be seeing more of her?
Kyoshi said I can only call upon one of the past avatars when I'm in the shrines.
What else did she tell you?
Okay.
We need to get to the Northern Water Tribe, because something terrible is going to happen there.
Huh.
Something only I can stop.
Huh.
Alright, know what it is then.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of like our purpose.
If your highness had been more forthcoming earlier, we might have avoided this misunderstanding. I hope we can put this behind us.
Of course, Commander.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh, Zuko! Zuko!
I fully understand the sensitive nature of this information. And if you'll permit me, working together, we'd be able to devote twice as many resources to the hunt. Obviously, with your highness taking the lead in all matters.
An excellent suggestion, Commander. We would be honored to have your partnership and your loyalty.
Believe me, there is nothing more important than knowing where to place my loyalties.
Ooh, I don't trust Zhao. I don't trust him. I don't trust Zhao. Like, oh no. Like, everything he's saying here is so bad. And Sokka will be like, don't tell anyone. Like, oh my god, bye. No.
To your supreme eminence, the great flame of the world.
What?
I am but a humble servant in the southern seas. But I have news for you of a critical nature. That is why I can report an astounding development.
Oh, it's Zaddy.
One that could change the future of the Fire Nation.
Uh-oh. There he is. There's our man.
The Avatar has returned.
Oh, he's so scary. Oh my gosh. I can already say pretty confidently that I think episode 2 probably is going to be my favorite episode so far. And I say that even like knowing of what's to come, and I know we have June. I know we have June coming up still too, and I like June, so I don't know. But I think episode 2 will be my favorite. I love Suki. And again, yes, I have a dog named after her. I love Suki, and so getting more time spent with Suki is just a dream to me. I absolutely adore it. They did such a good job, and fleshing out her relationship with her mother was very beautiful. Kind of adding in the whole mother was fun. I like that mom was always protective, but smart. Like, obviously, she is a very capable lady. We saw her fighting too. Really enjoyed that. But getting to see that mother-daughter relationship was beautiful, especially because, like, you know, we don't get a lot of those in this series because everybody's mom is gone. So getting to see some mother and daughter relationship was very lovely. I really did enjoy that. We will not get much of that in this series, but I liked it. I also really enjoyed getting Kyoshi here. Again, it is odd that we are not doing Roku because I feel like there was a lot for Roku, and I feel like we may not go to the Fire Nation now to commune with Roku, but I don't know who's going to inform us about Sozin's comment then. It'll be weird. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of confused on that point because that's like our reason for going. So I don't know. And I also thought it was kind of weird at the end of this episode that like basically we weren't actually go. Our plan was not to go to the North Pole, like the Northern Water Tribe, to learn. It was just like Aang was like, Kyoshi basically told me something bad's gonna happen there, so we have to go. And then Katara was like, and they have great waterbending masters, so you can learn. That was just weird. Like, the whole point is that we need to learn the elements in their cycle. So I thought that was really odd that, like, that's just an afterthought is to learn it. Like, are they really pushing the fact that, like, Aang is going to be resistant to being the Avatar for a bit longer? And is that why he's not going to? But then it doesn't make sense for him to be like, we gotta go protect the Northern Water Tribe because he only really knows air. Like, you have to learn to get those powers, baby boy. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit confused on all of that. And after kind of getting a lot of my answers and confusing points of episode 1 answered pretty quickly in episode 2, I'm going to try to hold off on being a little bit judgmental since maybe things I had issues with might be resolved in the next episode. So we're going to try to be a little bit more patient this time versus flying off the handle at things. But overall, I love the entirety of the Kyoshi Island. I think it was cool. It's really badass to see Kyoshi. I loved getting more time with Suki and her mom. I even enjoyed the fact that we had Iroh and Zuko kind of getting that bonding time with the Zhao also coming in. It was really fun to see that more goofy side of Iroh, but also get to see him be more strategic. Though it didn't quite work out for them, but they did get closer because of the things that Iroh told him. So hopefully Zuko's character is learning. Along with that, we also got to see some of Zuko's vulnerabilities in this episode, where we get to see those moments on the ship with Iroh where he's like, I had like 3 years, like I can't do this. Like you got to see that vulnerable side of Zuko, which is cool. So love that. Love that. I will say I'm kind of sad because I thought they were alluding to it when like the girlies came up to Aang and Aang showed them a little bit of like airbending. I kind of was hoping like Aang was gonna have the kid moment he does in a cartoon where like he starts trying to show off to like the girlies more, and like we have that point of contention with like Katara and him, but we didn't. I can understand why the Unagi was cut out. It's maybe not necessary, but I do feel like it's one of the first times that we really get the like Aang likes Katara and wants her attention. It's not like heavy-handed yet, but it does help to show Aang and show us as the viewers that like he does like her paying attention to him, and it kind of sets the building blocks for him having that crush on her, because he himself is like, oh, like he kind of connects the dots a bit. So a little sad that we didn't get that scene, only for those reasons of him trying to show off and that he wants like Katara's attention. I am curious, number one, if we are still getting that relationship in this series, because from some of the stuff that I've heard super old rumors ago that they weren't going to push their relationship as much. Granted, like they are kids and they are younger, so maybe we won't touch on it as much. And I also just wonder if that will come later though, because it can. But I don't know if we're keeping the fortune telling episode, because if we don't have the fortune telling episode, I think that's very telling for if or if not, we are still going to keep like the Aang and Katara like end game of it all. So I don't know. I don't know. But overall, I thought this episode was fantastic. Ignoring any of the changes from the original, just open-minded general viewer, I thought this episode was so good. I thought getting to see Sokka and Suki's relationship fleshed out here was very lovely. I also like that we got to have this episode with Sokka, where even though he's not like growing from his sexism, he is still growing as a warrior, which I think is still important for him. I know he has some time later down the road in the series for that, but I like having it here to show that he is like, I'm not strong because I'm not a bender, blah, blah, blah. And Suki reminding him that we have to be stronger than the benders. I think that's such a beautiful line. It's really just gorgeous in strength. And it allows for him, especially when he like takes the fan and like deflects the fire. I think it's just really, really cool to show Sokka having that strength and having that weapon too, to be able to utilize that in the future. So really cool, really well done. I thought the episode overall was just really cool. And even as someone who really liked the original episode, I think there was so much more to love in the live action version that we really got to flesh it out more, spend more time even just with Kyoshi, with all of these characters, having this new like mom-daughter relationship, very, very beautiful. And having more of Suki now is just gorgeous. So I really liked the episode. I really, really liked it, to a point where I think having Sokka's blatant sexism is not necessary for how they did it. I felt like focusing on this like relationship dynamic and more so just like a strength as a warrior versus just like you're a girl, blah, 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 I could kick your ass. I think the warrior side of it is just cool and interesting, that it's more so a difference of warrior strength leaderness and him talking himself up to appear more macho and then getting his ass kicked and then having him kind of scared and flee away. I liked it. I liked it all. So I'd probably give this episode like a 10 out of 10. I felt like it was even better than the original. Sue me. Don't actually sue me, but like, you know, I think this was done better than the original. We had so much more time here. Again, the Kyoshi Avatar state stuff, really cool to see. I do miss Roku. If that is my really only complaint about the episode. Do I miss some of the stuff of like Aang and like Katara with the Unagi and like their kind of time and first budding of their relationship growing? Of course, I miss it. But I thought what we did gain back, getting more time with Sokka, helping Sokka feel more assured in his role and giving him that time while also learning about Suki, building out that character for later down the road was very necessary. So I had a great time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please keep in mind, guys, to hit that subscribe button. That way you guys know when I upload, and I'll see you all later. Bye.